Hi, my name is Ken Rote. I'm the creator and the showrunner of Director versus Director. You are joining us on our 5th anniversary show. It's a special one. And if you're planning using the show as a drinking game, which we recommend or not, we would suggest that we're suggesting that you use the special word that incites the drinking to be the word special. Thank you, Finn, for flashing that on the old screen. Yes. All right. Now, my producers, Kat and Sandy, wonderful producers, thought it would be good for me to come on and talk for a couple of minutes about while we're waiting for everyone to sign on. Sometimes it takes a little while. And now that you're all going to get, things to drink for the drinking game, I can vamp even longer. I'm kidding. So I thought I would read the game rules, which will help you to recognize the work, all the work that is going into the 2 team presentations that you're going to see. They've been working, directors have been working today. It's been an exciting process. All right, the game rules are usually performed by an actress, Julia Brothers, who has a wonderfully sexy voice, but I'll do the best that I can. Now, as I do this, if you have any questions at all about anything at all, I'm a Capricorn. My favorite movie is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original, the only. And one of my favorite albums is Radiohead's Kid A. So anyway, I'll answer any questions as I go over the rules. So if you have anything, just jot them down. It'll help us to sort of fill up a little bit of time while people are getting settled. All right, game rules. The presentation should be at least 8 minutes and no longer than 11 minutes. And, the directors are going to be judged by these rules. So they want to try to get them right. Now, each team must have 8 team members. We lost a team member last night. She had a family emergency. And in came somebody just this morning. I've been told that you want me to talk sexy. So I'm just going to go get a bit of whiskey and a couple cigarettes, and I think that we'll have something. I'll be able to sort of bring it out for you. But I'll slow it down and make it a little sexier for you. Each team must have 8 team members. So anyway, I want to thank Casey Hennessy, who came in just this morning to be part of this game, which is by the seat of his pants. At least 5 team members must be seen in the final presentation. Only 7 team members can be in the StreamYard studio. StreamYard is the live streaming platform that we're using. And it has a limit of 10 people. So we're cramming everybody in there that we can. Team members not normally living at another team member's dwelling are not allowed to broadcast from the same location. Only 1 team member can be in the same dwelling. This keeps the teams from being able to sort of, if there were 2 people in the same house or 3 people in the same house, they could have more complicated musical arrangements or scenes between them that may cause better production value than, say, maybe the other team would have available to them. So we've made a rule about that. Each team member seen in the final presentation must wear a costume. That's always a fun part of things. 3 props disclosed to the teams at orientation. We have an orientation the day before, on the day of, in the morning, before everybody starts into their process. The props get disclosed at orientation. It must be featured prominently in the final presentation. A script must be generated for your presentation, including indications of which performers are seen during each beat of the presentation. The teams only have a half an hour to tech their presentations. So We like to keep the cues down to a minimum, but that rule's a little flexible. Please avoid profanity, nudity, and adult subject matter, which is why I'm not talking more sexy than I'd like to, frankly. There must be a video component within the presentation. So we have video artists involved. There must be a green screen moment in the presentation. That'll be an exciting thing to see. And there must be music and or singing in this presentation. And given that these two directors are very musical tonight, we're very excited to see how that all comes about. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna start this thing. All right. Thanks for your time.
Hello. I'm your host, National Treasure Mark Bedard. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at episode 5 of Director vs. Director, where 2 competing teams of 8 wildly talented artists led by 2 very special creators meet for 3 hours to bring you presentations, one of which you, the audience, will deem the winner, making one of these directors the next Director vs. Director director. In this episode, we're doing things a little differently. This time, our Director vs. Director casting professionals have scoured their Rolodexes for 14 very special artists, all-stars from our previous episodes and all-stars from the Orphean Circus world of entertainment. We're surprising our artists with a special random selection process, which will serve to form 2 teams that our exciting directors will lead to the finish line and hopefully to victory. Let's meet our directors. Joshua Turchin is 14 and David O is not. Welcome, directors. We're going to get to know you a little better later in the game, but for now, let's just marvel at the age difference. For our special random selection process of creating 2 teams, let's give a hearty hello to Director vs. Director's very own Balloon Girl, Millie Grams.
Oh, hello!
You look lovely, Millie.
Thank you, Mark.
How does it work?
Well, in each of these balloons is the name of a designated team member. I will pop each of the balloons to reveal a name and then read it aloud for the audience to hear it and celebrate. Isn't that festive?
That is festive. What color will it be, Joshua?
Red.
Red! This one, shall we? Oh! We have Spencer Weitzel.
Hello, hello, have I been chosen? I'm super excited. Let's make some weird and wild and wonderful art and kick some art butt.
Millie, can I have a yellow balloon?
Kit Proudfoot.
Kit, welcome to David's team.
Megan Gabriel. Get him out of there.
I was hoping for Josh's team. Is there still places on Josh's team?
Cool.
J.Elaine Marcos.
Quarantine has been tough on me. Yeah, I'm Annie. I've been letting my beard grow.
We can use her creativity and her effervescent spirit to crush Joshua.
I am a trained actor and dungeon master for Dungeons & Dragons. I figured I would get that out of the way now. If that's going to be a deal breaker, then...
Crush Joshua.
Reverse Uno card!
A yellow, let's see. Hunter Canning.
Work. What can I make into a puppet? You can see the previous episodes featuring my puppet. Work.
Oh, the music is amazing. One of the previous episodes, he made a really, really cool puppet.
Aren't you a little sweet pea? Lauren Elder.
Oh, I'm so excited, Joshua.
Yeah.
And I try and work with prodigies as a rule.
Yellow.
Here we have Evan Lennon. It's like a party.
I've been looking forward to working with you. I've been wanting to work with you so long since I saw that You Can't Stop the Beat video.
Mara de la Rosa.
I am a writer and I am a comedian and I am also a diabetic. I have a cool camera. I can beatbox. Beep, 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 beep.
I'm so glad that we have Mara representing diabetic beatboxers.
Our next team member is Michael Shepperd.
Ride upon the wind and taste the sweetest taste of freedom for my soul.
Oh my gosh, so much talent.
Hi, my name is Lilly. I'm living with my mother. I have 2 cats. That's Gus,
animals,
and that's
plants,
Cleo. There's
live with their
Viscount
mom.
T.
I mean, She sounds like
I'm
somebody who
very
could really help us
organized.
stay
Sticky
organized.
notes,
And
colors.
Lord knows I need it.
And I'm so excited to join your team.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Melody Butiu.
Yay! Hi!
Hey, hi!
Oh gosh.
What?
You're the director or you another actor?
No, I'm the director.
Oh. You are so young. Oh my goodness. You're like a little button.
I'm 14.
I can put you in my pocket. Aw, that's so cute. Hi.
Hi, I'm 14.
I'm gonna take direction from you. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's gonna be so fun.
Let's do it, David.
I'll take yellow.
This one?
Yes.
What is the director's name for my team?
David. David O.
David, it is fantastic to meet you. I feel like we've got off on the wrong foot here.
I don't see it, but I'll pick yellow. God.
I'm not getting paid enough for this. Tasso Feldman!
And you should pick me because I have this mask.
Yellow.
Tasso Feldman.
Joshua, any desire for mask work?
Yes, definitely.
Jon-Michael Reese.
Thoughts? You love it?
Yes. The thoughts. Yeah. No. Yes.
Let's try that spinning gag again, shall we? It's not. That one's gonna burn.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we now have two incredible teams. Let's start the show. Hello, everyone. Now, what you have just witnessed were some of the many highlights from our picking of the names ceremony. Thank you again to our Balloon Girl, Millie Grams. For this special all-star episode of Director versus Director, we are spanning generations and narrowing the gap. Joshua Turchin here is still wet behind the ears and yet has taken New York musical theater scene by storm. Isn't that right, Joshua?
Yeah, I wrote a show called The Perfect Fit, the musical. It was at an off-Broadway musical theater festival last year, produced by a Broadway Tony Award winner. And it was also released as an album by Broadway Records earlier this year. And now it was just announced it's gonna have an off-Broadway concert at New World Stages on November 15th at 7 p.m. You can buy tickets now.
Well, there you go. And in this box over here, arriving a little late, is David O, a music man. He's a what? He's a music man with his ivory tickling fingers and a lot of different and highly impressive musical pies. David O, just the letter. O.
Yeah.
Well, what's with that, David?
It's working for me. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I like to say it's not the Korean name O. It's the pretentious name O.
I see, and it doesn't stand for anything, though.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Overbooked, but not these days.
Yes, right, in the time of the COVID, yes. Well, let's face it, guys, and once again acknowledge the elephant in the studio, the radical age difference between you. Tell me, David, do you think your old age gives you an advantage in the game?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My decades of experience and judgment. I think it's about judgment. I think it's about good taste and judgment that have built up in me over decades of my life.
Mm-hmm. And Joshua Turchin, ironically rhyming with the word street urchin. Does your youth give you any special advantages?
Well, I know what our teenage and Gen Z viewers want.
Oh, I see. So you're piercing into the minds and the hearts of the youngins, they say. Feisty, isn't he, folks? Well, it's all fascinating. Directors, time to go backstage and get ready. So much tension between those two. It's what you get when you throw a jaded older guy that's been around the block in the same gladiatorial ring with an insolent upstart whose tricycle has nary even been around that same block. Fireworks. Now I'm changing the subject. We have received your cards and letters pleading for more of a window into the team's creation processes. Voila! Fly on the wall.
I'm a fly on the wall. Here in the first few minutes of Team Joshua Turchin's 3-hour creative process.
They started to discuss how to incorporate all of the 3 props into their theme of bonkers. Now, Joshua is only 13 years old, but he is handling himself like a full-on, full-grown adult. This kid, and I don't use the word lightly, is a wunderkind. I don't want to give anything away, but the theme of their show, Bonkers, is bonkers. Team Joshua has some Broadway veterans here in his show, so he's got a lot of great talent to work with. And then they started talking costuming. Now, hopefully, this doesn't distract them too much.
I'd say Team Joshua is off to a great start. Fly on the wall. Signing off for now.
Now, as you just heard, for each challenge match, the directors are given a theme from which to build their presentation. This time, the theme is, in fact, bonkers. Also very important, the teams have to incorporate in a significant way 3 props into their presentation. The props are skyscraper, sewing kit, and duck. Can't wait to see how many of our special all-stars have a skyscraper laying around their house. Sometimes I quack myself up. Now for our presentations. First up, from New York City, Team Joshua Turchin. As an introduction to their creation, all the team members made video selfies during the 3-hour creation process. So let's take a look at this team's video journal montage.
You have to find ducks.
I'm on the hunt now for a baby.
Do you want to know behind the scenes for this episode?
I'm drinking this gigantic coffee. Look, it's the same size as my head.
But mainly I'm doing the edit.
This looks like a skyscraper, right?
Location scouting. Maybe I could wrap it up and make it look like a baby.
I hope everybody gets it done.
So right now I need to find something to use as a duck.
I think you have to hide and wait for the ducks.
I'm crazy.
Woo!
I'm bonkers. Now I just sit here and I wait for the team members to email me their footage.
Guys, where'd you go?
Where the hell that is?
Well, maybe this way.
Is this skyscraper?
I'm not a writer. Can someone help?
I'm helping out with the script a bit.
Is this what they look like?
Pretty pretty.
It really is going to be good.
Do you have anything to say to me?
Squawk! Squawk!
Papa, I was on Twitter the other day and I kept seeing these articles about Florida Man. What is Florida Man?
What is Florida, man? You know I do not like you on the Twitters. Now, you know there's nothing but lies and falsehood. Well, I'm going to tell you the true story about Florida Man. Now let me change out of my regular hat and glasses into my storytelling hat and glasses because they're more magical. Let's see. I know I have that book here somewhere about Florida Man. Oh, wait, is this it? Well, no, that's the American Woman's Three-Way Meat Stretcher Cookbook. How'd that get in there? Is this it? No, this is my blue college themed notebook where I keep all the records of everyone who voted. Oh, here it is. Florida Man. Florida Man. A Florida man breaks into a family's home to cook pizza rolls. I remember just like it was yesterday. I was sitting in a parking lot when a baby, later to be named Chad Chaos, was thrown out of a car and into the arms of Cleotilda.
Please, look! Our prayers have been answered. I told you a baby would fall out of the sky.
Well, damn, baby.
Sweet baby, drop from the sky. Your humble beginnings have taught you to fly. You live an innocent life. Close your eyes now and with some love, you sleep through the night like a good little duck. That dead bird duck bit my baby. I hope he doesn't have a salmonella, baby.
Unfortunately, the baby did not have it. As the child grows up, however, what it got was worse. The child was infected with the spirit of Florida, which lived inside the ducks.
Mr. O, look at this. I just made a model of the periodic table.
Ooh. Oh, what the? All this is just a bunch of breadsticks and chewing gum.
Yeah, but it's completely accurate. Everyone knows the key to success is bread.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I graduated from Mar-a-Lago. Who do you think you are? You're just a silly little Florida child. You'll never be a Florida man. I'm gonna crush your dreams, Chad. You're worthless. You'll never amount to anything. You're just as bad as all of Florida. Now let me get back to drinking my turmeric latte.
Have you ever felt the need to kick someone's ass just because that someone made fun of you in class? Then you go into their house, you light it with gas. Yes, it's true. That's what I'll do. Did you ever want to pull somebody down flights of stairs? Did you ever put alligators into someone's hair and then you decide to chase them around their room with a chair? Well, please see, what I want to do is me. It's time to make my superhero mark.
Over time, Florida Boy grew up into Florida Man. He, like boys in other rom-coms, fell in love.
Regina, I love you.
However, this love did not last.
Chad, you've been acting all sorts of crazy. I can't love you anymore. I am leaving you, Chad Chaos Florida Man, for another man, a New York man.
You're breaking up with me? No, this can't be. New York doesn't have anything special. Florida can be better than this. It has to be. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
This is the time. This is my chance to show the world what Florida's really all about. Chaos. People said I would never amount to anything. By the almighty power of Anus Platyrincus, it is time to show the true power of the Florida man. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
He never saw it coming. No. He just kept falling because no one yelled, duck.
Wow. That was super bonkers. Where's Florida Man now?
Well, Florida Man lives. Florida Man is in me. Florida Man is in you. And Florida Man is in all of you out there watching.
You've got Florida in your veins. Florida lives in you. You got Florida in your veins. It influences everything you do.
Throw an alligator into Wendy's window, or gather gun owners and shoot hurricanes down.
You assault a person with a stolen tractor, or steal a neighbor's peacock that you found.
Florida, you got Florida, with tons of jobs to conquer.
You stop specter words of trampling other people's earths.
You don't understand that this whole thing is bonkers.
Joshua, not even if I live to be 100, I will never see how. What do you call that?
I guess you could call it bonkers.
Bonkers. You're still riding that theme, huh?
I am.
Now, how many of these people had you ever worked with before, Joshua?
I've worked with only a couple. I've worked with Jon-Michael, Reese, although on opposite teams, I believe last time. I worked with Hunter also on opposite teams, and and also Lauren on opposite teams. It's really cool how all three of them, I believe, have been on the same team 3 times.
Fascinating. Little coincidences here. And had you ever directed so many people who are so much older than yourself?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Is that easy or hard? How is it?
Well, I mean, they're professionals, so it's pretty easy because they know what they're doing.
Yes. And what are these other instances where you've directed people older than you?
So I do this thing called the Early Night Show, virtual edition, Corona Cabaret. You can check that out on my YouTube, but and also on the Broadway Podcast Network. But I music direct there, and I've music directed a lot, and I accompany a lot, like Laura Benanti and some other really fun people.
Fantastic. Now, see, on this team here that you had, I see you had Tasso Feldman, who's notoriously hard to work with. How was he in this process?
Oh, he was amazing. He was so easy to work with.
That is quite shocking. All right. Thank you, Joshua. Go backstage and wait for the results. She's back, everybody. Our very special theater professional is back. My junior high and drama and hygiene teacher, Mrs. Keys. Oh, Mrs. Keys. Keys.
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
How are you? Let me see your nails.
Oh, yeah. There they are.
Nice, nice, nice. You know, clean fingernails mean good health. You know that. I remember you grew your nails out to play the wolf in Into the Woods.
Yes.
A while ago.
Good day, young lady.
Oh, you're very good. You know what, Mark? I liked Joshua Turbin's presentation very much. It really covered the 4 C's, I think, very, very well. Collaboration, obviously. They work together sparklingly. Cohesion, yeah, it ended up pulling together. I felt like the whole thing moved along. Creativity, of course, across the boards, cool. The beach scene, the flying, everything was cool, and charm. Joshua has charm, you know, oozing. So I think they did a great job.
Excellent. Thank you, Mrs. Keys. Now let's you and I transition to another thing we call Fly on the Wall.
Now I'm a fly on the wall at the headquarters of Team David O, eavesdropping on their first formative moments of their creative process.
Team David O is going in a different direction. They're going a little esoteric and they're trying to incorporate live music, which can be a problem over Zoom sometimes because a lot of times sound gets out of sync and there's a delay, so hopefully they can pull it off. David O is very fortunate. He's got a lot of varied artists on his team. He's got musical artists, he's got actors, he's got visual artists. Let's see how he can use them and I'll pull them together. This is going to be very floaty and esoteric. So far, I like what I see. It appears they're going to incorporate outside. They're going to go outside. They're not going to be shacked up between their 4 walls. They're going to break that wall and going outside. Now that's innovation.
Fly on the wall. Signing off for now.
Mrs. Keys, let's together watch Team David O's presentation. But first, their video journal montage.
This one?
Or this one? No ducks. Ah, dang it. Duck. Duck.
Where can I get a duck? Can I steal a duck?
No ducks out here.
There is a duck pond actually down the...
I found a duck. You're going to be in director versus director with me.
What's happening? Holy cow.
I put this blanket up on the walls.
There it is. Look at that. Got my nice singer sewing kit. I think we're ready. Got my prop.
Joshua Turchin, what are you playing with there?
This is where I want to be, Mom. This is a skyscraper. This is New York City, and I'll be on Broadway every single night.
Oh, give me that. You are a 14-year-old actor, singer, composer, musician, music director, accompanist, and dancer. You can't be on Broadway. You need to follow the path of your ancestors. Take over the family business.
But I don't want to be a duck farmer.
Being a duck farmer is a good career. Secure, reliable. We can always talk about this more in the morning. For now, you need your rest. Here, I'll sing you a lullaby just to go to sleep. Time Time for sleep, time for dreams. Don't dream of Broadway, my dear. You've got pluck, you've got heart. Dream instead of farming ducks. Good night, honey.
Good night. I don't want to be a duck farmer. I don't want to be a duck farmer. No! I don't want.
Joshua, wake up.
Who are you?
Me. It is your great. By the way, did you notice my clean nails? A wonderful lady told me always have clean nails. But I am your great kind of sort of nice grandma. Huh? I am, do you remember me? I am Bonkers the Clown.
Bonkers the Clown.
Sometimes I miss, some people know Bonkers. I am Bonkers the Clown. I am here to tell you, you need to be a duck farmer, because I know you have toured the U.S. in Broadway national tours as Flounder in The Little Mermaid live to film at Hollywood Bowl, and you have an off-Broadway show coming up, and you work with Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, I mean, his friends call him Andy, but yeah.
Wow, I don't care about that. You need to be a farmer for ducks and follow your ancestry, because you want to be on Broadway, but you don't have what it takes. You know, I know you have a regular show on iHeart Radio. iHeart Radio, that's amazing. And your voice was heard on Nick Jr. Oh my goodness. Was that here or LA?
I don't quite remember, but who can tell?
You work so much. That's amazing. But you cannot do that anymore. You have to be a duck farmer, because you have to do what your ancestors said. But you know what? So you said you had a YouTube show, early night show. Have you ever thought of having your grandma? Bonkers?
I'm sure you're so booked, Bonkers.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. It's hard, but you can't do that. You know what? You should cover your head under that sheet, because you'll never make it on Broadway. Ever. Cover your head, because first of all, your resume is just filled with too much. You should really cut it down a bit. It's a little braggy. But no, you need to stop your dreams, because if you don't, this is what's going to happen.
Hello? Who are you? Are you my future? She said this is what's going to happen if nothing works out. What?
Kit, you're muted.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Listen, Josh, you can't listen to these people. You need to stick with show business, and you could be just like me. I've got an incredible handle on all things show business. Great with online mics, for example. Look, I'm halfway through a 10,000 show run in Las Vegas, Josh. I do 9 shows a day. 9. I've taken to eating and sleeping on stage. The crowds are calling me an artist for it. Isn't that great? I'm living the dream, Josh.
Well, you're living my dream, but my family wants me to be a duck farmer.
Look, I haven't seen my family in 6 years.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I've never been happier. Oh, did you hear? My marriage to Lucille fell apart. She wanted me to stop doing so much show business. Wanted me to cut down to 3 shows a day. I divorced her on the spot.
On the spot?
But I can promise you this, Josh. I will never divorce show business.
Well, it can't be that bad everywhere. I mean, he said he was in Las Vegas doing 9 shows a day. I'm sure it's not like that everywhere, right?
Joshua! Hey, it's me, David O. I'm a vision from the future. It's me, but I might as well be you 36 years from now. I'm 50 years old, and after decades of working in the musical theater and show business, on film, on Broadway, well, I haven't been on Broadway yet, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, this is the nightmare that you could be living, one little pandemic. And I'm unemployed and doing Zoom theater from my grandfather's basement in Michigan for free!
What are you doing, David? Oh, what are you doing?
I found my grandmother's sewing kit, and it's all I have left of hers. And I have to sew my own costumes for this Zoom theater. I have to sew my own costumes, Joshua. You could avoid this. Leave show business while you can. I didn't, and it's too late for me. I could have been a duck farmer. I could have been a duck farmer.
No! No! I don't want to be a duck farmer.
Follow your
I don't want to be a duck farmer. Oh no! That was bonkers. I know what I need to do. I need to go become a duck farmer. I'm coming, ducks!
Time has come. I'm quitting musical theater. Sorry. The only thing left for me to do now is to follow my family's legacy and farm ducks. It's the only right path for me. I'm never gonna be on Broadway anymore. I'm here, and I'm gonna farm ducks.
David, so super curious. What I couldn't begin to describe.
Well, that's the effect that art has on people, you know, Mark. I mean, all the great art of the world all has a message, and at this time of national and international turmoil, I felt like our message, which is that Joshua should quit show business, needed to be heard.
Interesting. Yeah, it did seem there just did seem to be like you were conveying a message to your competing director on the other team.
Yes, and to children around the world.
Children around the world. When did you decide? When did it become apparent that you were going to feature Joshua in your piece?
Well, the rules of the game are that we don't write anything before the 3-hour work session today, and you know, I'm here to attest that we followed the rules.
Fantastic. And another curious thing, I'm sure the people at home don't know, is how did you achieve doing live music through the video venue that we are in?
Well, the key to it is that music online, there's a certain amount of latency, so there's a delay between people working together, and so there's a certain amount of chaos that's involved, and so we wrote music that definitely incorporated that chaos. We felt it was really a special goal.
Fantastic. All right, David. Well, time to go backstage for you. Mrs. Keys, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods.
Don't do that. It will be fine with me if I never hear that song again.
But it's sound time.
Yeah. Mark, David O's team did a nice job. Followed the game rules. I love the emotion.
Yes, go on.
I have. There were a lot of big choices. It really kind of moved me because there were big choices. Does one live the life of an actor, or does one take on farming? You know, I think a lot of people grapple with that. Right. And I'm proud of them for taking that on.
It's a yin or yang kind of a choice. And how about the 4 C's? Would you?
The 4 C's. Well, we definitely had collaboration. They talked together. That was great. Cohesion. You know, moving A and B. What was the light? I wasn't quite sure with the light. So there was light and the creativity. That I kind of missed that. But charm. There was charm. There was definitely charm.
Oh. Thank you, Mrs. Keys. Always it's such a great assessment by you.
Thank you.
You have a good night.
Keep your nails clean.
Thank you. I will, Mrs. Keys. I will never forget it. All right, let's bring both of our directors back on.
Hi.
Terrific job, guys. Joshua, David's presentation, I don't know if you noticed, was very musical. Don't you agree?
No.
No. Oh.
I don't. I noticed that there was a lullaby. However, there was one part. I remember someone saying that we couldn't use music from like outside. It was like all made here. But I think I heard a little Phantom of the Opera in your presentation.
Interesting accusation, if you will. I guess in this case, the viewers at home would have to be the judge of that, I guess.
More appropriate, the attorneys would have to be the judge of that. So, Josh, if you got a problem, have your friend Andy call my attorney.
All right. Now, David, you also saw Joshua's piece. Would you agree that Joshua led his team quite well?
It was special.
Interesting. I heard someone laugh at that in the background. That's so interesting.
That would be my mother.
Hi, Mom.
Wow. It's good to hear that Joshua's mother thinks that David's jokes about him are funny, I guess.
I think she's playing the drinking game with us.
Oh, she must be. And you said special. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? It may be just me, but I can feel the division between these two competitors starting to melt away. I don't know what it is. So let's move on to a special section of the show called What Would You Say to Master Puppeteer John Tartaglia if he were standing here right now?
Ooh.
And David, why don't you go first and right into the camera?
Who?
Master Puppeteer John Tartaglia. What would you say if he were standing here right now?
Who?
Master Puppeteer John Tartaglia.
That is what I would say. I would say, who?
Oh, great. Got it. I see what you're going there with. Joshua, why don't you take a crack at it?
Thank you for making my childhood.
Oh, all right. You went straight for the, okay. Very heartfelt, Joshua. Thank you. Our audience is now going to vote. In the running chat, you'll find a link to the voting portal. Click it and vote now. Vote for the team that best exemplified the 4 C's and that showed the most respect and reverence for the game rules. Vote now. And while you vote, I'll turn it over to our 4 C's spokesperson, Jenna Morris.
A busy day of sitting on the couch. So, as you decide on who will be the cut, all of that. Last time you saw me, I was getting ready to do my nails. Please consider the 4 C's. collaboration. Did it seem to you that the team collaborated as a whole with each team's artists, contributing to the challenge and playing together harmoniously? This was a makeup tutorial. I would definitely be showing you what I'm using, but cohesion. Was the presentation a complete expression, a performance piece tied up into a bow that successfully reflects a singular vision? Now on to creativity. Is this a significantly unique creation that you just haven't seen before, impressing you with its spirit of ingenuity? And then finally, the C factor. Charm. Dear. More than merely amusing you, does the presentation continue even now to delight you with the thought of it and tickle your elusive fancy? Alrighty, you can vote now.
Thank you, Jenna. Make something up stall. So the viewers at home can see that now I'm expected to make something of a stall.
Good luck,
David, I actually had something prepared. I was going to talk to you about your viral video that I recently watched that has close to 2 million views.
Yes, it does.
That has quite a cast of characters in it.
It does.
And it seems like there was a lot of footage that had to be put together. How did you do that?
Well, it started out as the Facebook joke. My friend Janet Roston, the director and choreographer, and I said, let's use our time to put a little something together on video. We contacted Mark Shaman, who was gracious enough to let us use his song "You Can't Stop the Beat," and we all reached out to everybody in our Rolodexes to get a great group of performers together. We had over 150 musicians, singers, dancers, actors. How did we do it? It just takes a lot of time. We have a great editor, Ali Rice, who really helped us with the visual layout and the editing of everything. It was nuts. It was nuts. We were all glued to our computers for quite a lot of hours putting that together. But ultimately, it was great to, in those early days of quarantine back in May, to work on a project that brought some joy to the world.
Fantastic. So that's You Can't Stop the Beat. And you did it for the Actors Fund?
Yes, for the Actors Fund. It was a fundraiser for the Actors Fund. We've raised, I believe, well, gosh, I don't know now, but as of a couple months ago, we had raised over $30,000 for the Actors Fund. I'm sure it's more than that now.
Fantastic. I'm so glad that you both. Okay, good. So that's what we were stalling for. That was
great.
The HolyCuts. Yeah, it was the HolyCuts. I didn't know it was going to be featuring David and Joshua in the wings, so to speak, dancing and grooving out to the beat. But that was a nice little added bonus. The HolyCuts actually left that video recording on my doorstep, tucked into a basket with pumpkin muffins and tiny bags of cinnamon tea. Yum! I felt obligated to just put them in the show. But they're kicky, right?
Yeah, they're great.
They're kicky.
They're kicky. Yes.
Yeah. The HolyCuts.
Yes.
Now, before we announce the winner, I need to tell you that the winning director versus director of this match will go on to the semifinals of our director versus director tournament.
Oh.
Joshua and David, You've both led your teams in exciting ways and created 2 wonderful pieces. But there can be only one winner.
The winner of this director versus director live stream competition is Team David O.
I had no idea this was going to happen, except from
the winner of this director versus director live stream competition is Team David O.
What's happening?
Wow.
David, it turns out you're the winner. Do you?
I didn't. I thought I wasn't supposed to win. I thought. Anyway, Joshua, thank you for a wonderful day. It was a pleasure making fun of you all day.
Thank you. It was an honor. Oh, what?
I see. I see. So the repeated video must be a glitch.
Wait a minute.
From our technical team, who is now being corrected with the banner below. This is like the Miss America pageant. I'm so sorry, David. You've lost.
I actually feel much better about that, to be fair. Congratulations, Joshua. A well-deserved win.
He went to go hug his mom, I think.
I just get my dog. I don't have done it without her as my emotional support.
All right. Well, this concludes. We've never done it live before. This concludes Director versus Director. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'm sorry, David, and congratulations, Joshua, who are both here. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Director versus Director.
Vote. Everybody vote.
Yes, please vote.
Yes, seriously, vote.
Are we still on?